Hey, what's up, everyone? Now, this is a bit of a late notice, but I've decided that I'm gonna do more movie reviews because I kind of miss doing those. So I think it's time to make another one. I mean, the last one was like in January, so yeah. But I'm gonna start a theme here. If I don't own the movie on like DVD or any kind of video, then or if I don't personally own it, then I'm gonna have to not use any kind of video footage from that film because I kind of can't. If I do own the movie, then I can use video footage, but sadly, I don't own this movie, so I can't. Also, if a movie has a rating lower 19% or lower, then it will not get a lot of video footage because it doesn't deserve video footage. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna have a channel news video saying what's gonna be going on then, and try to finish the Mario 2 playthrough, but I'll explain more of that in the new channel news video. So anyway, let's review Grown Ups. Can I say something or make a confession? It's not a big one. I don't like Adam Sandler. I don't hate him as a person. I just don't like his works. Now, his older movies are funny. I mean, they're definitely not like comedy gold, but they're funny. They're good. They're enjoyable. But ever since the 2000s rolled around, his movies have been getting progressively worse. And it's and we haven't even seen a good movie from him since 2004. And this is not a good thing. And if you really think about it, this Grown Ups isn't even is only one of the many bad movies that he's made, and it's actually one of his worst movies, and he has definitely made a lot of bad movies. There is no denying that Adam Sandler makes a lot of bad movies, bad acting, toilet humor, very bad plot, or sometimes not even a plot, and they all suffer from like the same things. It's like a recurring theme. And Grown Ups pretty much shows that recurring theme, what it's all about. Alright? So basically, the plot here is that there are these middle-aged dudes that they played middle school basketball together, and one day their coach died from the junior high basketball, so they all go to a funeral, and then in honor of his death, and then they go for some summer camp, or not really a summer camp, some place to stay for a few days in like the wilderness, and that's it. Literally, that is the plot, if you can even call it a plot. In fact, the coach's death is literally not even mentioned. It's not even relevant in past the first 40 minutes. So basically, if it's like 100 minutes long, or like an hour, 40 minutes, what are you gonna do? How about filler? My God, this film is filled with filler. It might as well be called Filler the Movie. That's the entirety of the film. Filler. From the bad jokes, it is a mess. This is seriously a mess. Well, if you really want to have a deeper look here, the characters are all bland. Like, I don't even care to remember all of their names because there are only like 5 that matter. First off, Adam Sandler, who I'm not even going to call these characters by the names because 1, I can't remember them, and 2, the actors are pretty much playing themselves anyway, so what's it matter? Well, 1, Adam Sandler, he's some troubled guy. He's like a troubled guy in something. I guess he has some weird things. I don't even know. He's really rich. Yeah, and he has 2 kids. And he's an idiot. And he does a lot of stupid things with a bunch of stupid fart jokes. Kevin James' character, guess what? He's fat. That's all of his jokes, is that he's fat. In fact, there's one scene where they go into a diner and Kevin James is like, "Oh, I'd like to order like 17 hamburgers and like 18 fries and yeah, that's what I'm having. Oh, what are the rest of you getting?" And then they all laugh. I don't even know what the numbers were, but it was something like that. It was literally, that was the line. And he also eats like fried chicken with ashes in it. He also is fat. His children are fat. Like, there's one scene where they tell their daughter, like, "Oh, why don't you, like, eat with your hands?" And then the daughter's like, "No, no, 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 no." And it's annoying. It's really annoying. That's his character. Even in the beginning of the movie, he, like, breaks the pull down. His jokes aren't funny. Really. Really. And I think in one boat scene, he's like, you know what I imagine about, or dream about? Some food or something. I forget what it was. I don't know what it was. Chris Rock, he's black. And he's like a little houseman. He's like a guy who does the housework. It's like a traditional 1800s woman's role as housewife, only as house husband. So yeah. Other than that, he literally has absolutely nothing to do. He is pretty much just there. He has little to do that when it comes to actual characters. By the way, Adam Sandler has a wife in this movie, and there's always this plot about, oh, she's going somewhere or something, and they're gonna go someplace, and spoiler alert, they never end up going there. What a surprise. Well, hey, I wish they would, because there'd be some plot. Any plot's better than no plot. That's what this movie taught me. There is no plot. It is hard for me to talk about this movie because it literally has zero plot. Most of it is just the 5 characters acting like a bunch of stupid idiots for, like, how long? 100 minutes? And if you see the cover, it's pretty much them on, like, some water park. It's definitely the big scene of the film. In fact, there's a scene where them, like, boarding all these water things on some big water slide. It was definitely the key aspect of the film, I guess. Also, Chris Rock does get, like, one funny line, like the only funny line in the movie with another character, but that's it. That's really it. David Spade. He's David Spade. He's like, he likes alcohol. He likes to get it on. That's all I can say. He's David Spade. Rob Schneider. He's actually my favorite character because of what everyone puts him through. He's pretty much the movie's punching bag. Basically, he has 2 daughters that are, like, really hot, and the men, like, watch, like, they just keep on looking at them, and while they have wives or something, but, you know, they typically do that. Basically, what is, you know, it's weird because they're, like, way too old for them, if you really think about it that way. Other than that, he's basically the movie's punching bag. That is literally his purpose, him being a punching bag. He gets, like, made fun of by all the other members. Hey, was I expecting a good plot here? making fun of Rob Schneider. Also, there's apparently this big person, like this reject from Big Mama's House, which is another god awful movie. But anyway, she like farts a lot. She farts. She's like the main source of fart jokes. That's it. That's literally it. Main source of fart jokes. Oh, and also there's this other part of the movie where there's this woman where she might be going into labor, but apparently that never happens. It's just used as jokes. It's cliche, but at least something would happen. I gotta. Wow. This is a mouthful right here. Well, this is literally the entire movie. This is the entire movie of all I can explain it. It is this bland. At the end of the day, this movie's lack of plot prevents me from diving deep into it, and such, the review has to be very bland because the movie's bland. I'm sorry, but I think this is the best I can do to review this movie, is to just highlight on it, and that kind of stuff. Because I can't really do an extremely in-depth review of it because the plot is completely absent. In replace of the plot, we have stupid, immature toilet humor. If you have, like, a naturally immature brain, or you're under the age of, 12, then you'll find this movie hilarious. But if you have any sort of kind, or even concept of sophistication, you'll find this movie to be garbage. Adam Sandler I don't even remember what the budget here, was. Apparently this had a high budget. I find that hard to believe because high budget films aren't usually filmed in, one house and maybe a water park. I can tell, this movie seems like a really bad reality show. And the critics hated it, but people liked it because, they like seeing people act like idiots. It's really sad. So, I recommend this movie for anyone under the age of 15, anyone 14 and under, because they'll love this movie. Everybody else, you're probably better off watching Citizen Kane or actually good movies, because this is definitely not worth your time. Oh, and what does this movie get for being so terribly awful? A sequel. It's... Anyway, it's a 10%, so it's there's no question. It's 10%. Anyway, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed, and sorry, and again, I apologize if this review was a little bland, but this review had to be this way because, well, the movie is just bland. Anyway, see you later.